Let's keep this one short and sweet. Today I'm going to offer you 5 games that I feel do something better than Monopoly. What that something is different from game to game, and I'm going to tell you what that something is, and hopefully by the end of this video you're going to know which of these games might sound fun to you. So let's dive in. If you would like to try a game where, just like Monopoly, you're rolling dice, going around a board, and fate is simply out of your hands and you see the story that unfolds, well then have I got a game for you. Talisman. This box right here could be called, and has been called by some, fantasy Monopoly. Now the reason I would suggest this is because, unlike Monopoly where you go around and around and the only story that's ever told is one of pain, misery, and woe as one friend rises to the top while everyone else is just bleeding out financially. In this game, actual stories are created as you go around and bump into amazing different creatures, trolls, goblins, and everyone has their own adventure. It also features a lot of the same schadenfreude that Monopoly has, where bad things sometimes happen to other players and you get to laugh at them. Maybe that's your cup of tea, maybe it isn't. That's okay. That said, if you want to see what a roll dice and move around game can be, Talisman is something very, very unique. It's got a strong 80s fantasy vibe, so if you like that kind of throwback, this is really fun. Also, if you want that whole, I'm gonna hang out for 3-ish hours with my friends around a board while we chat, this box has that in spades. Next, if you would like a game that gives you that feeling of acquiring and building up wealth over time, then perhaps you would enjoy Splendor. Splendor is a game about building up your own collection of gems. Features of this game include super satisfying poker chips with beautiful gems on them, as well as a 30-minute playtime as opposed to 2.5 days of Monopoly, it feels like. So this one is shorter, shiny, and satisfying. Next up, a different offering about building wealth, but also being able to still stick it to your friends sometimes in the name of fun. I don't have the physical box here, I couldn't find it. So here's Cover Your Assets. Cover Your Assets is a card game where you're going to be laying down matching cards, and those matching cards are worth varying amounts of money. And everyone's going to have the opportunity to take whatever's on top of your stack if they have the correct card, so the further you can bury down those really high value things in your stack, the more those assets are covered. Cover Your Assets. Has the fun of feeling like you're getting wealthy, much shorter playtime than Monopoly, great family game. Now, if you'd like a game where you're actually building up your own business, but you'd enjoy having a little more strategic control rather than just rolling the dice and seeing what happens, Viticulture is a classy offering. In Viticulture, you are operating your own vineyard in Italy. This game is lovely and tranquil and yet still very strategic and satisfying. This is thinkier and more rulesy than Monopoly, so if you're looking at this, you're going to take a little step up. But I promise you, this is a rewarding and just fairly calm game while still being very competitive. My wife and I like to play this one a lot. We are big fans. Now, I have saved something truly special for last. If you are that rare breed of Monopoly player who full-bore capitalistic brutality is your bread and butter, rather than a flaw of the game, its greatest feature is being able to step on your friends financially and squeeze them into the ground, there is nothing that surpasses this box. In Food Chain Magnate, you are operating rival fast food chain restaurants. You are marketing to homes in your town to create desire, getting supply of those products and selling them for the best profit you can. This game is brutal, it is unforgiving, it is complex and thinky as all get out. The first time I played this game, I was overwhelmed but also enamored with the decisions and the opportunities. This game is 100% strategy. There are no dice involved. Everything has to do with the decisions you make and how they interact with the decisions the other people make at the table. This is capitalist chess, but on steroids. This is the meanest, cruelest, most unforgiving game I own. And goodness gracious, I love it. It's so good. Now, fair warning, this is a high step up in complexity from Monopoly, rolling dice, landing on a property, deciding whether or not you want to buy it. This game is decisions. There are lots of cards. There are lots of options. There are ways of outmaneuvering your opponents, undercutting their prices, swooping in and taking their customers, or simply marketing such products that no one wants to go to your opponent's restaurants anymore. This game, I'm gonna do a full video on this one at some point, but not today. So there you have it, a stack of 5 wonderful games, each of them offering a better experience than Monopoly in a certain way. Which one of them's for you? Maybe leave a comment and let us know. Tell us which ones you're interested in playing. Do you still feel passionately that Monopoly is a good game? Please tell me why in the comments. I'm curious to know what keeps people coming back. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. We've got lots of great board game content, and we've got more coming up. A quick note for returning viewers, we're going to be changing our upload schedule from once a week to every other week. Here at Of Card and Board, we feel very strongly that this is going to lead to better quality videos on the regular for you. But we might be having some cool surprises on the horizon. And as we part ways in this digital wonderland, please remember that every YouTube video that you give a like to is tax deductible. See you next time.